be working with is translation. So translation is a transformation in which a figure slides but does not turn. Every point of the figure moves in the same direction and the same distance. So here, when you see these bicycles, a translation is an example of, take note, each of these stayed the same size, nothing changed on them. We just took the red bike and we slid it over to a new location. So here it'd be like riding a bike from point A to point B. That would be considered a translation. Here's another translation of the bike moving. Maybe it was parked in one location and we moved it over to another part of our driveway. That is a type of a translation. The bike does not change, just the location of the bike change. It also does not rotate in any manner. We're just moving it to a new location. So notice that the front of the bike still stays the front of the bike. It does not go ahead and rotate in any manner, okay? An original figure and its image have the exact same size and shape when you are working with the translation. If you have not watched the translation video that I have connected on our Google Classroom, make sure that you do watch that. I'm not able to share it through this video because my screen won't jump to my internet from this, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on with this. So it says, tell whether the blue figure is a translation of the red figure, and then just explain. If you decide yes, well, that would just be, you could explain by saying, well, it didn't change shape and it didn't rotate, but it did move. Okay, so here we have comparing our blue figure. Is it a translation of the red figure? Did these move? Yes. Did they rotate? No. Did they change size? No. So yes, this would be a translation where it translated or moved from one location to another. Okay, so this is just identifying translations. Okay, so here, if I have a 5 and another 5, so the translation, and you could work either red to blue, it doesn't really matter. Is the blue figure a translation of the red figure? Did it slide? Yes, it slid up from this location up to this location. It did not change size. It did not rotate. So yes, that would be considered a translation. So yes, it's a translation. Okay, here I have from the red G to the blue G. Is that considered a translation? So when we look at this one, well, you've got G's, but it actually took and flipped that G over. So this would be a no. It kept the same size, but it flipped the shape. So that would be a no. Okay, how about this one? On this one, we still have the same shape, but it was enlarged and made bigger. It did slide, but it was made bigger. So this would also be a no because it was made larger. All right. Why don't you guys go ahead, pause your video and do these two to check to see, identifying which one is a translation, which one is not. Okay, this would be a no translation because they took the 3 and turned it on its side. So that would be a no. Remember, translation keeps the same size and it does not rotate. Here, this would be a yes. Okay, the figures were the same size. They did not rotate. They slid from one location to another. Okay, so that's working with just identifying. When you have 2 pictures and they want you to identify, is it a translation? Remember, translation is a slide. Another thing that I think of when I think of translation, I think of changing from maybe English to Spanish and you're translating between 2 languages. Although, I mean, you don't really change. You're still trying to communicate the same information. It's just that you had to slide it into another language.